This delegation has been led by the director of the institute, Dr. Ayabei, together with his team. And we have a discussion particularly on trainings on skills that seem to be lacking in this country. Part of those skills that we have discussed is the issue of specialized welding. And you realize, ladies and gentlemen, that these are skills that we've taken so long to acquire as a country, and consequently, we have actually been exporting those jobs whenever Kenya Pipeline is doing the extension of their pipeline. And because of that, Kenya Pipeline Morendat Training Institute has come up with programs to see how we can then upskill and train Kenyans so that they can take up those jobs whenever they arise. Morendat Institute was actually set as a premier institution for East and Central Africa in terms of high-class skills for the region. And I think as a nation, we have to take advantage of its presence in the country. The fact that it was identified and set up in Kenya, then we as Kenyans must become the primary beneficiaries by actually optimizing. As a county government of Uasin Gishu, you are aware, we have been expanding our disaster management services. We've just completed our new fire station in Mailine. We've completed another one in Ban Forest, and we would like to equip and staff it. But then we have to get the right personnel with the requisite skills to be able to run those fire and disaster management centers. And consequently, we are going to be signing an MOU in the near future to work with Kenya Pipeline in terms of training. We had already envisioned as a county to establish a training school. But since Kenya Pipeline is bringing a center of excellence for training here in Eldoret in the Kenya Pipeline depot, then for us as county government, we don't have to again invest in that area. We are now going to focus on the human resource development part of it, where as county government through our county education revolving fund, we actually intend to sponsor some of the young people around this county to undertake those trainings. And we know in a number of counties, we have shortage of skilled staff for disaster management, for fire, occupational safety in our institutions. And for us, we want to thank the Kenya Pipeline Board for actually making the decision to make Eldoret part of one of the centers for training. And in reciprocation, I want to tell the director that we are going to sponsor the first 20 students to actually begin training in that institute, because we had an intention of building our own, but it's no longer necessary when we have another government agency already doing the same.
As we came here, we have actually dealt in depth on what are the needs that counties require, and I guess the requirements of Uasin Gishu County can cascade to other counties as well, and the areas where Morendat Institute of Oil and Gas can offer support so that we can synergize as governments, as institutions to build capacity for these particular counties. As he has mentioned, His Excellency the Governor, we are going to work with the first program with this country on matters of training on fire safety, which is a very critical issue. We are coming up with an institution here in Eldoret, where we are establishing an Eldoret firefighting training school. And of course, we want to start from home by training the first graduates from this particular region. We do exist as Morendat Institute of Oil and Gas in Nairobi, where we offer courses on related to oil and gas, that is mechanical. We also offer courses on HSC and welding. We are big on welding and specialized type of welding, as Ezekiel mentioned, and firefighting as well. But the training school that's coming up in Eldoret will be purely for fire training and HSC related courses.
Asanteni sana. Ambia MD na board tumeshukuru.
Yeah. We look forward to see you in Nairobi. Thank you. Yes, Doctor. Thank you.